Storygoers, and welcome back to another episode of Tales from the Cartridge, the video game storytelling podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Eric Penrod.
And I'm your other co-host, Ryan Bauer.
It's daylight savings officially today,
Yeah.
which is sad. Everything got dark very fast, and now depression sets in quicker.
Yeah.
But thankfully, everyone that listens to this podcast probably plays video games, so that's a great coping skill. Just don't get rage, just don't get really upset playing them, and you're good. Anyway, Ryan, how are you? What have you been playing?
I am doing pretty well. I was up early this morning because to my dog, it's time doesn't change. So I was up at like 4:30 this morning with him because he wanted to be awake. Other than that, I'm doing pretty well for the most part. It's been, a good time moving into the wonderful fall. What I've been playing, a couple things worth mentioning. The Case of the Golden Idol, which is maybe going to be my game of the year.
Wow.
It's amazing. It is it scratches the same itch as The Return of the Obra Dinn in a major way that I really love. It's very, very good. And Played Up, I've been playing with my partner, which is like an roguelike Overcooked. So like you get a recipe, and like every level you get new things, you have to try out new stuff. Very, very fun. Excited to play more of that. And then just I haven't been playing as much, but just a bunch of Vampire Survivors. I think that's most of the things I play. I'm trying not to start anything new because next week God of War comes out, so I'm just playing bits and bobs here and there in preparation because that's gonna be. I want to make sure my calendar is free for that. But Eric, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I am good. I had a nice weekend so far, and tomorrow I'm house shopping, which, now it's just the best time as rates go up. If you don't know anything about that, get ready when you do want to buy a house, because it's a shock.
Yeah.
But so anyway, overall though, things are good. What I've been playing is just literally Overwatch 2, and I don't know how I feel saying that out loud, because I'm very against Blizzard. It's like weird catch-22, right? Like I'm really against the heads of Blizzard, right, and how they've handled all of their crap for these last few years. But then I love, ever since Overwatch came out, I've loved it, right? And like it's a game I've always really loved a lot. And my cat's meowing a lot, so if anyone hears, I'm so sorry. But I know there's a lot of good people that make Overwatch 2 what it is, and so and they shouldn't be punished from all these awful people that run this company. So anyway, it's great. I love it. It's so much fun. It's great. There's a lot of problems with it in terms of the gameplay. Changing it to a 5v5 and not a 6v6 is very different. And being someone who doesn't like to be support very often, but is arguably probably the best. That's probably my best role. Is hard. So not the best time. But I'm very excited. I'm almost done with the battle pass, which is a huge problem because I actually prefer loot boxes to a battle pass, which is not a good thing to say out loud. I can't believe I actually have to say that. It's very, very bad. But I'm trying to also, like you said, Ryan, keep my schedule open as well, because God of War comes out Wednesday. I was going to take work off. I said I won't, but I need the monies, unfortunately. But I'm going to be playing that game every second that I can. I'm going to wake up early and play that game. I'm going to stay up late and play that game. I'm going to be all about that game for probably a solid straight week till I beat it.
Oh, yeah. I have on Friday is Veterans Day, and I have like an in-service day, like a work-from-home day. And so Friday, I'm just going to be have an iPad on the table in front of me with a training going while I play God of War. Probably is my plan.
So you're not going to learn anything, is what you're telling me.
I'm going to learn nothing. If any of my staff or anyone from my company is listening to this, I'm just kidding. I'm going to pay attention.
Of course, yeah. No. Why are you winking? I was kidding.
What are you talking about?
No, obviously you're very responsible, Ryan.
Obviously,
as someone who is a therapist, right?
Yeah.
I've definitely never, worked around a good training or two. Mm-hmm. Why would I ever, why would someone do that? That's awful. No. I would love to do the scamming email training every year on the dot, as I always do. That's great. I love doing it and paying attention to it every single time I have to do it.
Of course. So
it's awesome. I'm sure everybody feels that way. Storygoers, we hope that you are doing well. We hope that you also enjoyed our Five Nights at Freddy's campfire story, as well as our Luigi's Mansion episode for our spooky month. I want to give a quick shout out. I want to give a shout out to the Storygoers, I guess. For your patience over October. Ryan and I had some really good plans for October, and we did most of them. I had one thing else I wanted to do. I didn't get to it. But they didn't come out in the timely manner that we had originally planned, and that was unfortunately due because I could not talk. I was so sick for like 2 solid weeks. I could not literally speak, and anything I could, any willpower I had to talk went to my job, because I have to talk for a living to people. So like by the time I got home, I could not speak. So that's why it was so rough in October. It was spooky for all the wrong reasons. I blame going to Salem, Massachusetts. I'm pretty sure someone cursed me.
Spooky. There you go. You got cursed. That's the best way to spend your Halloween is cursed.
Exactly. Yeah. I went there, and ever since then, I was like 2 weeks later, I was sick. For the next 2 weeks, I was sick. Yeah. So I blame Salem, Massachusetts. They're all witches. Don't go there. It's really bad. So. But of course, storygoers, if you have any desire to share your thoughts, feelings, and perspectives to us, as we always would love to hear them, you may email us at talesfromthecartridge@gmail.com. All of the E's are 3's. You can also find us on our social media, which is probably just Instagram at this point, because Elon Musk is driving Twitter into the ground, and we just don't use it that much anyway. Or by leaving us a voicemail or a text at our toll-free number, toll-free, at 207-494-4334. That's 207-494-4334. And we'll read everything and anything that you send us on the show, as long as it's appropriate. Also, if you're looking for any Overwatch 2 partners you want to play with, send us a message in any one of those things, and I will let you know what my gamer tag is, and we can play together. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm not promising I'm good, but we will play together. That's all I can potentially promise you. Ryan, in America, we on every November get together and celebrate us taking the land of other peoples that we did not deserve to take. I don't know. I was going to try to turn this into a joke, but now it just got really serious, and that's my fault. So that sucks. But we are focusing less on the atrocities of our forefathers and more on food, as everybody should. Of course, focus on, we should never let that happen again. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Like, we should always be mindful of our decisions and our actions. Yeah. But we are going to be celebrating food, as we always should be doing, because food is great and never can backfire on us ever, right? Right. I imagine. Yeah. So, Ryan, you want to explain to the storygoers? Let me just throw this at you randomly, but what our goal is for today?
So, and Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, because we can edit all this out. We talked about this like maybe 2 months ago. The plan here is we're going to talk about a bunch of delicious video game food. Are they going up against each other? Are we just sharing about these foods we love?
I think we just share them.
Let's just share.
Why? I thought about doing that, like putting them against each other. But I was like, why do that? Right. This is the spirit of just loving and giving and taking land from others that we don't deserve, but overall just enjoying food. And so I think we should just talk about the foods that we love.
I love that.
That'd be a very good idea. Yeah. I almost want to title the episode something along the lines of like video game foods we're thankful for but can't unfortunately eat because they're not real and life is cruel.
That's a good title.
I think we have to do that. I think it's pretty catchy.
Yeah, for sure. It's got a lot of good SEO, I think. A lot of good SEO.
Yeah. So Ryan and I both picked 3 foods that just resonated with us. Yeah. On just the desire to eat said food if at all possible.
Yeah, for sure.
So Ryan, I would love for you to do us the honor, if you don't mind, of starting us off this food journey. And hopefully other people, I would love to hear other people's perspectives on what food they wish they could eat. That'd be so good. And we'll talk about that at the end of this. We'll promote that at the end. But sorry, Ryan, go ahead. Sorry, it's like 7:10.
It's so late.
I feel like
it feels like it's like
tired.
It feels like it's like 11 o'clock at night over here.
I can't think.
It's okay. So my first one. This is a game series I have not played much of. I did play Monster Hunter. I'm talking about Monster Hunter. I'm talking about the delicious foods those cats make. And the only one I played is Monster Hunter World. They make incredible looking food. I've heard food looks really good in other Japanese games, like in the Final Fantasies and stuff. I've heard the food looks great. Persona, I've heard the food looks great. In this game, the food looks incredible. Eric, this is nothing for our listeners, but there is a couple videos there. If you've never seen these the videos of this food getting made. They're hilarious as they make it. They're like, the one is like, this cat has this eye patch and scars all over his face, and he like daintily puts a piece of mint down on like this delicious looking piece of food. And it's incredible. You can like see them making it. They put it all together. They give it to you. And it makes you very strong and powerful, and then you can go kill monsters. It's a very positive experience.
There's so many pluses.
So many pluses. Yeah.
Now, Ryan, as someone who you don't typically, you're very allergic to cats.
Very allergic. Yeah.
Right. So
that would be a problem.
So you're not really around cats very much. How do you feel about said cats making food for you? Would that be? Would that still be? I mean, it looks amazing. You put a picture in the doc that we're reading off of. It looks fantastic. I don't know what those things are on the like kind of spiky looking things. I'm gonna enlarge the photo really fast.
It's unfortunately, I think it's all meat. I'm pretty sure, Eric. Unfortunately, it is all meat.
Yeah.
They do make. They do have a vegetable. They do have like vegetable, vegetable versions of it. But the only picture I found was just straight up just all meat. It's all just hunks of meat.
It's okay. It's all right. I thought it looked like bread from afar, so I'm gonna pretend that it's bread.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Don't eat it though. Don't think it's bread and eat it.
No. I can't. That's the whole point of this video.
You can't. There's no. Okay, good.
We can't. Yeah. Okay, good.
But yeah, the food looks great. It's made by these very silly cats. I would get very sick because I'm allergic, and I don't know what would happen if I ingest a bunch of cat hair. It probably wouldn't be good. But
is it worth it?
Maybe. I don't. If you see these cats make this food, it's incredible, and it looks great and delicious. And it's like. It's good stuff. And they give you really good in-game perks, too. They make you, like, run fast and have more stamina, which is super important in Monster Hunter. You get, like, a big old stamina bar. You essentially, in these games, you have to eat before you go on a big fight. Otherwise, you're not... it's, like, not as good.
It's essential.
It's essential. It's a really important part of the game. You gotta eat.
Ryan, you would be the sickest but strongest person on anyone's party. You'd be sneezing and basically dying, but you'd be so strong
powerful.
and fast.
I'd have so much stamina.
You'd be sneezing in front of these dragons' faces, and everyone's like, "Wow, he is so cool! Like he doesn't even care. Like he's just sneezing on dragons, and he's so strong." Yeah. But you literally can't even help it because you're just allergic to the cat hair you've ingested.
Yeah.
I feel like the sanctions, probably the food sanctions in Monster Hunter, are very lacking.
For sure.
I say sanctions. I don't even know if that's the right word. The
standards.
Standards and
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure they're. Yeah.
It's like an outdoor kitchen, pretty much like. There is no oversight. There's like. These people, like, the whole premise of the game, very fitting for Thanksgiving. The premise of Monster Hunter World is you go to this new, untapped world, and you go out and kill monsters to make cool swords with. So it's, like, very Thanksgiving in its theme. Maybe the perfect Thanksgiving game, perhaps.
Messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that's so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah. But that's the delicious.
Oh,
wow.
Way to start.
My starting contribution is just animal murder food. Enjoy.
I imagine. Yeah. I'm sure the dragons have it coming, right? They're not very nice.
Well, I mean, they
wouldn't want to be friendly.
You're like going like. You go to their nest and murder them is the thing, or like you go.
Oh, that's a doubt.
Yeah, it's not super nice, but you do get cool helmets from it. So that's good.
It's all about the looks. As long as the looks justify it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I love the idea of. I wish my cats could cook for me.
That would be really wonderful.
I'd be very.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would probably just deal with the cat hair at that point. Yeah, I think that would be great, especially on long work nights. To get home and I'm tired, and I don't want to do anything, and my cats have made this just amazing looking food that looks like meat, but it's actually bread. But is it meat? I don't know. We'll have to test it out. How did they get it? We don't buy it. I don't know. That's even a bigger question. But yeah, so that's okay. Is it my turn? Okay. I'm going to save my first one for later because it's very similar to one of yours. I thought maybe it was a good time to put those together at the end. So my first one is the sea salt ice cream from Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, why I picked it is because it is so simple in design, right? It literally is just this like blue little slab on a stick. But for whatever reason, when they eat it in the game, it just always makes me so jealous that I can't eat it with them. And it's not even being with them, right? Because I would obviously not fit in with these people. They're way cooler than me. But just their love of this ice cream makes you want to have it so badly. And the color of it looks so appealing that I just want it. The name sea salt ice cream sounds awful. It sounds really bad. I don't think it would actually be good at all in any way, shape, or form. I actually I watched the show Eat It or Eat It on YouTube for Smosh, and they did a video game episode where they had made sea salt ice cream, and someone who loves Kingdom Hearts ate it, and it was bad. And I was like, wow, that's super disappointing. But I'm not gonna pretend like this food is the same as our food. I'm going to pretend that it tastes great like it does in Kingdom Hearts, which makes you want it more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Unless these like, you know, these kids have awful taste in food, which is very possible.
Yeah.
Kids have some awful taste in food. Some eat Twizzlers, and I can't.
They're gross.
I can't understand it. I don't. It's just gross. To all the Twizzlers fans out there, I'm sorry, but I had to use an example, and Twizzlers was the best one. I feel like more people will justify that to me than say, like, I don't know, something. I don't know. What would you rather eat? A Warhead or Twizzlers?
Probably Twizzlers. I think a Warhead would hurt me. Probably hurt me a bit. I'm not a person who eats like sour things or eats a lot of like fruit. Like this totally unrelated to anything. I don't like fruit candy that is fruit flavored. I do not enjoy. Like Skittles, get it out of here. Starburst, get it out of here. Do not like fruit flavored
Ryan, we want to keep fans. We want to keep people here.
I'm not saying this is the truth of the world. I'm saying this is my truth.
Okay. But people can identify us if they hate Skittles and Starburst.
I know. Well, just cut it. Just cut this out, Eric. Just cut it out.
No, people have to know. We have to be authentic.
They have to know.
But no, I don't blame you. I'm not super into those either. But yeah. So anyway, but going back to the sea salt ice cream, I just think it looks so good. It's so simple. The color looks great.
Yeah.
I would eat it in a heartbeat. I would want to be like, with my friends, like them, on top of this giant clock, eating this ice cream, looking at the sunset, or just the view itself, and just eating that ice cream. I feel like it would be amazing.
Yeah.
But I will never have that opportunity because I don't think it would actually be good in real life. But in the game, it looks amazing, and I want it. And I think it would be great.
Yeah.
So yes, I want that. Yeah. So Ryan, what is your second food?
My second food.
It looks interesting. I want to say I like it, but it looks good. But then I'm like,
look at all big. Look at those beautiful textures. My second food.
Ryan has enlarged this.
Is the sweet roll from Skyrim. Iconic, delicious. The sweet roll from Skyrim. You see these like giant head-sized pastries, dense pastries, sitting on a table, and they look incredible. People want them. They restore 5 hit points, 5 health, not hit points. I don't think there's hit points Skyrim. Maybe there is. They're amazing. They're huge. They have this big, giant glop of frosting on them. They're these beautiful dense cakes. You can carry them around, and they look incredible. I am a person who really enjoys pastries, and this looks like a big, beautiful pastry, and it's like the size of my head. So I could like save it and eat it like 3 or 4 days, and that would be great. It kind of
would it keep?
I don't know. I imagine. I imagine it'll be fine. The flavor, like my expectation is this just tastes like a cinnamon bun, and I can't get past that. I'm sure it tastes. Who knows? But sweet rolls are great, and they're beautiful, and they're giant and delicious.
They're very porous.
Very porous. I don't know if it's the texture of them that makes them look so porous. It's probably like a sponge. Maybe it's like a sponge cake or like a bunt cake or something. But just this like really strange, like goopy looking icing all over it.
Yeah, very thick icing, which I mean is one of the better icings. We don't want it runny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean that one looks runny, but I mean like in a bad runny.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Why is there a big hole? Why do you think it's filled in that hole?
I think
I
don't know. I
don't
don't know if the hole goes all the way through or if it's just like the tip is. It looks just like a bunt cake, but I don't know how they'd have that in Skyrim. But I guess it's just like a metal shape. I don't know. I can't imagine me trying to figure out where the hole is from. It's good, But it looks delicious, and everyone should eat them if you can. But you can't.
One day.
One day.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll have the technology.
Yeah, and the people in the game love it. They're always yelling and talking about it. So that must make it good.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. If people yell about it, like, it makes it true.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. That's why every single political ad is 100% correct.
100% correct. No way it's a lie.
The side note, but hopefully you won't actually know soon. Just everyone hold out till November 9th and all these political ads can stop.
I'll be gone.
Man, they are awful. They are so bad. Oh, we're almost there. But no, Ryan, I would totally eat that in a heartbeat if I could. And if I could, then I totally would, because it looks great. Very porous. I can't get over the
very
porous.
Porous. Yeah, I don't understand. Also, everyone has them. You go into an inn, there's a sweet roll. You go into somebody's like castle, there's a sweet roll. You go anywhere, there's sweet rolls.
Easy to make.
Possibly. They look very different across the games. Like a different type of pastry. But this sweet roll from Skyrim looks delicious.
Yeah, you gotta go with the best one. Best game.
Best and in the game, in Skyrim, in the Heartfire expansion, you can make one, and it's a pile of salt, an entire jug of milk, an entire sack of flour, 1 butter, and a chicken egg. So there you go.
1 egg?
1 egg.
A pound of flour and 1 egg?
It's a sack of flour. It could be multiple pounds.
The sack of
flour. An entire gallon, I'm assuming, of milk, a pile of salt, and a butter.
A pile of salt and then 1 egg.
Yeah.
1 egg. That kills me. There's no way.
I don't know what eggs do in pastries, but it maybe makes them...
I think it binds it. It binds it together.
Okay, so it's like really crumbly, maybe.
But it shouldn't be. It looks very... Here I go. I'm going to use the word. It looks very moist.
It does. It does look quite moist. Yeah. Again, it's a bit of a janky texture, but it's good stuff.
We don't question it.
No. And it's worth...
Again, I'm sure the health people in Skyrim are taking very good care to make sure that your sweet rolls are made with the most health efficient and clean surfaces that Skyrim can provide.
Definitely.
1 egg. That kills me. Ryan, if I may,
please, Eric, please save us from this sweet roll.
No, but I would totally eat it if I could. Well, it has an egg in it and milk, but I mean, and butter. Those are easy to replace, but we can replace those. And butter. Yeah, you're right. All right, maybe not. But I would watch you eat it, not in a weird way. It'd be cool. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go to my next. My next food is also pastry. I didn't realize the significance of my enjoyment of it until I thought about this episode, and what that food is the carrot cake in Animal Crossing. Now, I'm not one for carrot cake. I've not been that versed in carrot cake. I've never really had a lot of carrot cake. I often question, are there actually carrots in carrot cake? I'm pretty sure there are, but I'm still would never know. Yeah, Ryan's saying
there is. There are chunks of carrot in the cake.
I thought so. So bizarre. Whoever made carrot cake for the first time, people probably thought they were like the weirdest person on the block. Yeah. Going around like, you want to try my carrot cake? Like, what a freak. He put carrots in his cake, you know? And then it's probably like a tripping situation where they accidentally went in their mouth like, oh, it's actually really good, you know? But then they can't tell Carol who made it because she's still a weirdo, you know what I mean? She'll start experimenting more, putting eggplant in it or something. I don't know. Simple reason, though. Like I said, I'm not a fan of carrot cake, but the game makes it look so good that I would want it very badly. To the point where I made my character in Animal Crossing eat it all the time. And they either love me for it or hate me for it. I don't know. They can't talk to me. If they do, then I have a bigger problem at hand I need to solve. I mean, it just looks great. I would want, though. So Ryan, you see the picture of said cake.
They have less. They did leave the stem on the carrot, which I think is a challenge. But that's fine.
I was gonna talk about that.
Okay, sorry.
I was gonna say, Storygoers, please Google if you want to, the carrot cake from Animal Crossing New Horizons. I would really hope, Ryan, that though it looks like a great carrot on top of there, I would really hope that was not an actual carrot. That was just decoration.
Yeah.
Because that would be really stupid. I think it'd be great if it was just a fondant carrot or like some kind of like chocolate in there, right? Wrapped chocolate. That would be awesome. That would be so good. I would, or even just frosting. You know what? Straight up frosting in the shape of a carrot. I would even eat that. I would eat that. Yes, they say that here, at least in in a lot of places in the world, but especially in America, we have a sugar problem. You know, we are kind of addicted to sugar, and that is correct because I would eat this and have no regrets until I keel over from too much sugar.
As long as it's not a vegetable, you're down.
Yeah, 100%. I'll pick all the carrot out of the cake. I'll just put it down on the frosting. Because carrot's gross. Not really, actually, like carrot. So, fun story. Growing up, so it's funny, I'm all plant-based now, but growing up, I was the worst healthy eater. I mean, I never ate it. And in order to get some nutrients in me that, were actually good for me, I had to eat carrots for every meal. And sometimes I would forget and find. So I'd have the carrots on a paper towel or a napkin at my dinner time. And sometimes I was able to get up and take them with me to go play games or something if I was done with dinner, right? Long story short. Sometimes months later, I would find these just absolutely white and dry carrots in my room rolled up in napkins. And it was kind of haunting.
Yeah.
It probably plays into why I don't want carrot cake in real life. But if it was from Animal Crossing, I would totally eat it.
Yeah.
I would 100%.
Looks delicious.
Yeah, I'm there. It looks good. It looks very good.
Yeah.
It looks very good.
Yeah.
Ryan,
Yeah.
I am so excited for your last one.
Oh, yeah.
It is stellar. It's so good.
Yeah. So we both our last ones are very similar. Iconic, delicious treats. And mine is the cake from Portal. It is a Black Forest cake. I don't actually know what that means, but it's a type of cake. Yeah. And one of the really, it's like a very well-known cake, the Portal cake. Lots of memes about it. The cake is a lie. All that. One of the the most iconic foods in pop culture and in video games. And even made even more so because like you as a player, not only are we as humans in the real world don't get to experience it, Shell and none of the people in this game also ever get to touch it. So like it's even more enticing because not only can we not get it because it's a video game, but also they in the game don't get it. So like twice removed, wild.
It makes you want more.
Exactly. Yeah, you want what you can't have. You want the thing you can't have, and in this experience, it's even more. I do have the ingredients here for it provided to us by in the game. We have chocolate, a package of chocolate cake mix, which may be cheating. Coconut pecan frosting. I'm guessing that's why it's called Black Forest because of the coconut pecan frosting. Vegetable oil, 4 large eggs, chocolate chips.
I'll Google it first.
Butter or margarine. Sugar, yeah, and then 2 cups of flour, and then for garnish, fish-shaped crackers, fish-shaped candies, fish-shaped solid waste, fish-shaped dirt, fish-shaped L-phenzabaline, pull and peel licorice, gross, fish-shaped volatile organic compounds, and sediment-shaped sediment, candy-coated peanut butter chip shaped like fish, lemon juice. Alpha resins, unsaturated polyester resin, fiberglass surface resin, and volatile malted milk impoundments, 9 large egg yolks, 12 geosynthetic membranes, 1 cup of sugar, an entry called How to Kill Someone with Your Bare Hands, 2 cups of rhubarb sliced, 2/3 cup of granulated rhubarb, a tablespoon of all-purpose rhubarb. All-purpose rhubarb. I love it. All-purpose rhubarb. Of all the silly things. It goes on. There's a lot of wild stuff in here, including an injector needle, an injectable needle gun, cranial caps, slaughter, an electric needle injector. It's wild. You would for sure die if these things were decorating your cake. In the picture, it looks 100%. Like they're just maraschino cherries. But who knows? Who knows what it is?
So Ryan, I Googled it, and here you go. Black Forest cake is a type of large chocolate cake made with layers of chocolate cake, cherries, and cream. Oh. Originally from Black Forest area of Germany.
Oh, so a delicious German cake. Yeah. It looks great.
Oh, the layers are soaked in cherry brandy, and filling is made with sour cherries.
That sounds really good. I bet that would be delicious.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a cherry person, but just because of the cake itself is iconic, I would have to try some.
And you never can.
I would be looking for, and I never can. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
Which it'll save my life, but make my life worse
Yeah.
because I can't eat it. So really, it's a give and take.
Yeah.
It's a true give and take.
Right.
Oh, how do you think GLaDOS made this cake? No one has arms besides Shell.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I was pondering that as I put this down.
Yeah.
Who made this cake? Where did it come from? How is that possible? Yeah, I don't know. There's no one with hands. The only people who have hands are in Portal 2, Atlas, and other robot have hands.
Egghead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Portal 1 nobody. So who knows?
Who knows? Ryan, important question time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, please.
I raised my hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What would be the perfect situation of celebration to bring out said cake?
Yeah. I mean,
I think.
go ahead.
Please.
I'd love to hear what you think.
I was gonna say, like, that coworker at work that you kind of despise, but you're trying to win over, and so you bring out the cake, you serve it, you go, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm lactose intolerant." Is there milk in this? And they'll say, "Is there milk in this?" And you'll say, "No." There's butter. Well, it says margarine, but we use butter.
Yeah.
and then they die.
Because
you'll be charged for murder.
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's kind of iconic. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, this came from a video game. Oh, but though. Let's all be real here. If you brought a cake in that was from a video game, people would judge you.
For sure.
Which is unfortunate. Which is unfortunate. I hit my knee. That is. People have judgment, and that is not cool. They shouldn't judge you, and when they do, they'll be dead from the portal.
Yeah. Which
Joke's on you, Alice.
And I think going off of yours, Eric, my time to break out this cake would be at my court hearing for murder, because then everybody eats it. Get away with murder. The judge gone, prosecutor gone, all the witnesses gone. You're good. You're in the clear.
Gone. You're just like, but Your Honor, before the judge is like, "Ryan, do you have any last words before your sentencing?" "No, Your Honor, I just have one action I'd like to do. I'd like to serve this specific cake that I made for you and everybody."
Sorry, I'm lactose intolerant, but I didn't make this for everybody.
I'm sorry. There's a big thank you for all the time you took to condemn me to prison for life. Yeah. So please take this cake. Is it poison? No, it's not poison. Are you kidding me? Why would I poison it?
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's little fish shaped pellets. Yeah, that's right. Eat it.
It's perfect crime. The perfect crime.
You would easily get away with it, but not really though.
Yeah,
and that's the genius of it.
We super don't want to encourage people to make the delicious part of the cake, leave out all the bad stuff.
One person's bad stuff is another person's good stuff, though.
That's true. Like, some people,
like, rhubarb might not be bad.
Rhubarb's pretty good.
Sorry,
rhubarb's not bad.
Yeah. Rhubarb pretty good. Yeah. So the fish shaped things are killing me.
That's very good. Yeah.
Brian, I have one more on my list.
I cannot wait to hear it.
It's in the same vein as yours. It's almost like I copied you, but I truly did.
Yours honestly was there first.
Well, I guess technically. I don't know. When I need to think of something, I go for a walk with my dog. But it was very spooky out, so I was half paying attention to my own thoughts and more like, who's there? Who's gonna get me? No one wants to get me. Is the moral of the story?
He's okay.
It's just me being hurt. But my last food, if I could have any video game food in the real world, but I can't because life is cruel, food is the cake that you get at the end of Super Mario 64. It's the thank you cake that Peach makes you. She made this cake for you to come see her at the castle, right? It's right when Mario goes. I'm sure there's more reasons than that, but I mean, he goes there that's partly one of the reasons, right? And he goes and then he has to save Peach to get said cake. And now, Ryan, you were looking at the picture of that cake, right? Not the greatest picture of the cake.
Still looks great.
Can you imagine that in real life?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that in real life? That would be the best cake. Like, so good. That would be so good. And not only that, right? Not only would it be good for just it's in itself is a good cake, right? You earned it from saving another person's life by collecting a bunch of stars and going on a fun adventure. and throwing a dinosaur into multiple bombs by his tail.
Yeah.
What a way to earn a cake. That's like legendary status. I will say though, it is far too small to share with anybody, and I absolutely if I ever got it in person, I would refuse anyone else to eat it. I can't share it. I don't know. Do you feel like that is one single portion size?
Yeah,
Ryan?
I mean, I'm looking at the cups and the teapot nearby, and it's fairly small. It's like a personal cake. It's not like a share cake for sure.
I think so. I think I would probably guess it is a shared cake, Ryan, but I refuse.
Yeah, I mean, you earned it, right? Like it's not why would anyone else get it? They didn't collect the stars.
Do you think that Peach just feels like this is like enough?
Maybe.
Like, I made you this cake, you saved my life.
We're done here.
Is that enough? Would that be enough to save a person's life?
I mean, I guess it depends on the situation. Like, I think when Mario saved Peach's life, he wasn't thinking, "I hope I get a cake and other stuff out of it." But maybe.
He should though.
I think if somebody saved my life, I would maybe do more than make them a cake. But also, making a cake can be hard.
That's true. Oh, it is hard. You're right. And this is a really nice cake.
It is a very nice cake.
This is really okay. Here's another point I made.
Yep.
All right, and maybe this will lead into if it's worth it or not. I imagine in the same vein as the carrot cake situation with the carrot on top of the cake, and it hopefully is not a real carrot. I would imagine that the little Mario and the little Peach figure there are made of some kind of chocolate and fondant and kind of more mold that you can eat that. That would take a lot of work. That would take a lot of patience. They turned out really good, and I want to eat that. So I would if it's not edible, if those aren't edible, they're little like figurines that she had and just threw them on there. I'd be really disappointed, and I would question if I should have saved her.
Yeah, that's fair. I think they do kind of reminiscent of like wedding toppers. I'm a little bit distracted because I'm looking at this cake and it looks like there's a spooky face behind it. Do you see the spooky face behind the star?
Oh my!
It kind of makes me think it's like Bowser in the background, just gonna like destroy this cake.
Wow! All right, so maybe we'll have to post this on Instagram. I don't know, but like that seems like we might have to include this and be like, do you see the spooky face? And granted, it's a very low res picture of this cake. It was the best one I could find, but it looks. Yeah, that is terrifying.
Yeah. But it does the toppers look like wedding cake toppers, which I don't think are edible. But I don't know why you'd put them on them otherwise. I'm hoping similarly. There's storygoers. It's a beautiful cake, white cake, strawberries, cherries, Mario and Peach, like chibi Mario Peach on the top, a thank you sign, and then a star,
that
like
should
a
be edible.
glowy star. It should be for sure needs to be edible. The thank you sign.
That should be edible.
Like a chocolate bar with like some thank you icing on it. That'd be beautiful.
Yes,
like just the back of a Hershey's bar.
Really cool.
But yeah, I mean Mario and Peach. I hope they're edible. They're very well made if they are, and if not, then throw the cake out. I don't want it.
What about the star? Do you think the star? If the star's edible, I would be stunned.
The only problem with the star is it's glowing, and I don't know if generally you want to eat things that glow, but
I mean, you didn't eat your glow sticks when you were a kid. That was just me.
No, I did not. But I didn't try. Maybe.
I mean, I would say the only downside to this cake, and this goes back to the portal cake. Is that there's cherries on this cake, and I just think that cherries are a very low tier.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Fruit. That could be a hot take.
Yeah.
It could be a really hot take. But the strawberries on the second tier of this cake look amazing.
Very bright.
I would be happy to eat those.
Very bright.
Very bright. Yeah.
They did leave the stems on the cherries, which I think are problematic.
Why is with these people leaving stems?
And also the thing, and I think one other thing I think you're spot on about, Eric, is the thing about cherries on a cake is there's a pit in there, so it's not like you can just like take a bite, right? You have to like
that's what I'm saying.
Take the pit out, and you know what I mean?
It's rip the thing off.
Yeah.
Yes, they are low tier fruit.
I mean, I love cherries, but it's problematic on pastry when it's just the whole entire cherry.
I will say this to everyone listening to this podcast: ask your friends, ask your parents, anyone that's played Animal Crossing. Is there anyone that ever got an Animal Crossing anything? Right? They started a new game of Animal Crossing, right? found out they had cherries as their main fruit in their town or their city or whatever, and said, "Awesome, I have cherries," and meant it.
I'm happy about
I
this.
ask you. Yeah, I'm happy about this. Of all the choices I had, I'm glad I got cherries. Has anyone ever said that in the course of history? You ask anyone, and I'm going to tell you right now, I would say no. No one has ever said that. No one has ever looked at those stupid cherry trees and thought, yes, I got cherries. All the other fruits I could have gotten, no, absolutely not. If you did, hot take, never mind. That was like stupid. I don't want to say it, just in case it comes off offensive. I'm taking the joke way too far.
Oh, man. Eric, it's late. It's like 10 o'clock at night, I think, and we're doing our best here. Eric, we've talked about so many delicious foods here.
We talked about a lot of foods.
We've talked about so many. No, it's okay. We've talked about so many delicious foods here. I want to ask, if you were to, Eric, you own a restaurant, and somebody came in to sat down to eat at your restaurant, and you have 6 things on the menu. You get to decide what order they come out. No. What order are you bringing these things out at? What's your appetizer? What's your first course, second course, third course, fifth course, and then your dessert? Okay. What are you thinking here?
Ryan, this is a great. I was not prepared for this, but I love it. I love this question. I'm going to start with a nice sweet roll. We're going to roll it out on a cart. Just one though. They sound massive.
Yeah.
And we'll just slam it on the table, right? So then they're going to eat their sweet roll, right? And then for a palate cleanser, I'm going to give them the sea salt ice cream. They're going to eat that and say, holy crap, this does not taste as good as it looks. And it's very salty. And we'll say, we know, here's your giant rack of food made by cats from Monster Hunter, right? Our resident cat chefs will be in the back working furiously to make the food. A lot of hissing, a lot of like cat freakouts, but it's worth it, right? You eat that reluctantly, and then we say, okay, great job. You ate all that cat food, the food made by cats. Not cat food,
Eric,
but food made by cats.
Eric, it's very important that the chef, I need you to know the chef, is called the Mouscular Chef.
The Mouscular Chef?
The Mouscular Chef.
I love that. I love that. That's even better. The chef. Okay, so then after they eat this food, after they eat the Monster Hunter food, the chef has to come out and... I'm sorry, let me backtrack. Before they eat, the cat has to come out and bless the food. Which is kind of just like scratching itself, and you see kind of the hair kind of fly in the air and they kind of land. But you don't say anything because you're trying to be nice. So then after they reluctantly eat that, right? Then next course, congratulations, you ate all that cat food, the food they made by cats, not actual cat food. And now you get this really nice cake, this Mario cake, right? It's really nice. It's served with cherries with pits in them. It's not gonna be perfect, right? It's not gonna be perfect. You're gonna try to bite down those little miniatures. They're not gonna be actual food. You're gonna be a little disappointed, right? So you eat the cake, right? You're like, that was great, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. Surprise, there's another cake. But before we give it to you, we need you to pay first.
And sign this.
You're not walking out of here. You're not walking out of here after you eat this cake. But we don't tell them that, right? But we don't. Okay, wait, hold up. I have a better idea. Instead of, we're going to give them a check first, right? And we're gonna like put what they do now. They put like, here's 15% of the, this would be 15%. Here's 20% of what the tip would be with this bill, right? If they give anything lower than 15%, we get them an honorary free cake that is the portal cake to take home with them. Yes, and that is the last meal that we give out. And then we always charge it on the bill whether they get it or not. Just because we're not made of money. We gotta make sure we make ends meet here. So, but if you're a bad tipper, you go home with a portal cake, and then we hope you don't come back.
And I for sure think on the receipt is like a small contract, like printed in very small print, saying we are not responsible for any death related to the food that is eaten here. And it's very, very tiny, but then you just sign quickly because you've write your 3% tip on a $300 order. Sign my name. Here you go, and then they're dead.
Yep, and they're dead. They take the cake home. They sit down on their yacht. They eat the cake, and they die.
Oh man!
Oh man! What a day! It feels like it's like midnight right now. It's only 7:47.
That's wild.
That's great.
Yeah.
But may I ask you though, Ryan? What order would you put these foods in?
I think you nailed it. I think you start with
Thank you.
a delicious sweet roll just to ease you into it. Palate cleanser of the
Yep.
ice cream. I think I would do it exactly how you did it. You just have the delicious food, carrot cake. Is carrot cake after the Monster Hunter food, right?
Oh wait, did I even say the carrot cake? I think I forgot the carrot.
Oh no! Yeah, I was.
Oh no. Okay, you know what? I messed up here. I think it has to be okay. We're gonna put the carrot cake between the sea salt ice cream and the main
I think that's the
course.
right choice because there's not
It's
a
another,
single
like-
vegetable on this main course, so we have to make sure they eat the carrot cake. We'll put it on a paper towel next to the dish.
It's
for them to take.
so you have to eat it on the napkin. You have to.
Yeah.
You cannot take it off the napkin. Like you have to eat it from the napkin. Like,
Exactly.
There's no plate. I don't know. I don't know what you want from us, but there's no
Yeah.
plate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh, is there a real carrot on top?" And it actually
It
is.
is, yeah.
They're like, "What? Why is there a real carrot on?" And it's like, "Sorry."
Yeah, you can
Like,
talk to the
that's
chef.
How it works.
Yeah.
Talk to the chef. And then the mascular chef comes out.
I put a picture of him
What?
on the last
You know what I mean?
page if you need like a visual guide of this powerful cat chef.
Oh my God, he is amazing.
Yeah.
He's strong.
It's very strong. You see how big that sword is?
That
It's
is,
huge.
that is a big. It's a big sword,
Yeah,
right?
he uses it to cook with. I don't think he ever cleans
That
it.
he. I'm not surprised. He probably looks it clean, as cats do.
For sure.
So, yeah, no, he has, yeah. I would get food made by him, 100%. He is beefy. Look at his arms. He's muscular.
Huge. He's the muscular chef. Yeah.
He works out for sure. He's scary. He's a scary cat. Yeah. Whew. Wow. I don't know how this episode's going to turn out.
We sure did an episode.
This is it. I mean, I am very curious how everyone feels about these foods. I wonder if you feel the same way we do. Would you eat a poison cake? Would you eat ice cream that's mostly salt? It'd be really hard to freeze that, wouldn't it? If it's
It'd be
sea
very
salt
hard.
ice cream, it'd be hard to freeze,
Yeah.
right? I gotta watch the YouTube video that you saw.
Yeah.
of the
Go check it
Babish.
out. I've not watched it.
Yeah, I gotta watch
Go
that.
see if he
have
makes
to watch
something
it.
that's edible. I don't know if it's possible.
I will let you know. But yeah, anyway, storygoers, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. It was kind of a quick one. I don't really know anymore. But we're very curious. Did we pick any good ones? Are there any foods that we picked that you would eat?
Yeah.
Or are we totally off base and we forgot something amazing? There's so many other games. Like I was like, should I dive into the many recipes of Breath of the Wild? And I was like, no, it seems a little too easy. And of course there's so many cooking games, that it's easy to pick something, but that's too easy. It's way too easy to just go through that and pick something. So we really tried hard to think of stuff that, is kind of out of the box and out there. So hopefully did a good job. Storygoers, let us know what you think, what your favorite foods are from video games that you can't eat because life is too cruel. And we will share those on the show. You can email us at talesfromthecartridge@gmail.com. Also, you can find us on Instagram. Twitter's dead. And you can also call us or leave a voicemail or text us at the official Tales from the Cartridge number 207-494-4334. And we will read everything you send, as long as it's appropriate, on the show in a future episode. What
What an episode. Beautiful.
Yeah. We'll have, hopefully we're back to our normal schedule for the rest of the month. We have some cool episodes coming out this month. And look forward. I hope you look forward. We can't tell you what it is yet, but we're really looking forward to the next DLC, which will more than likely be another character wheel.
Yeah.
That is based on a classic holiday tradition.
Maybe
So
the best
we will
one we've
see
ever
how
done.
I hope so. No pressure. So yeah. But anyway, we hope Storygoers hope that you're happy, healthy, and well, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye. Don't eat any poisonous cakes, please. Don't do that.